Hari Om Nana.
Mm.
You're good to go in about a minute's time.
Yeah. Yeah, another minute. I'll just wait.
Done.
Yeah. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं चैव ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. Is Belaji there?
Yes, she's there.
Yeah. Yesterday I requested her for the PDF this Tattva bodha document which contains the Panchikaranam picture.
Ah,
Can that be displayed, please?
okay.
Jai Gurudev, Brahmaraji, it is on the group. You want me to display?
Yeah, you can display that, Bila. I'll stop.
Just a minute, huh? I'll log in from another phone.
Otherwise, let me see. I can do it myself. Wait.
After that, we'll revert to this.
Yeah. Bela had a question actually, Nana. Bela, you want to ask your question in the meantime?
Yeah, Hari Om Nanaji.
Hari Om.
When our antahkaran is made up of sattva guna of all 5 elements, still we take so much time to realize that our Satchidanand basic nature is that, Nanaji.
You are assuming the sattva guna is clean. It is not Shuddha Sattvam. It is Malina Sattvam. Secondly, Atma. How was Atma defined? Atma tadhikaha. Sthula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatiriktaha. Panchakosha Atitaha. So in that, the Sukshma Shariram also is mentioned. Sukshma Shariram Kim? What is Sukshma Shariram? Apanchikruta. Panchamahabhutaihi Kritam. Satkarmajanyam. Sukadukadi Bhoga Sadhanam. Pancha Jnanendriyani. Pancha Karmendriyani. Pancha Pranadayaha. Manaschekam Buddhischeka evam. Sattadasha Kalabhihi. Tat Sukshma Shariram. Sukshma Shariram was defined like that. In that, what are all there? The 5 Karmendriyas, 5 Jnanendriyas, the Buddhi, the Manaha, and the Pancha Pranas. Pancha Pranas are evolved from where? From the Samishti Rajashamshat. Pancha Pranaha Sambhutaha. And these pranas will have a tremendous influence on the rest of the Sukshma Shariram. If the prana departs, everything is gone for the Sukshma Shariram. Like I was mentioning to you some time back, in the Chandogya Upanishad, there was a contest between the various sense organs and Antakarana. And each one of them thought that it is great. And finally, when Prana said, okay, you people keep on debating, I am going away. When Prana started leaving, all of them became as though dead. So that is what happens. Even for the Antakarana, as long as the Prana is there, which is made up of what? Samishti Rajasamshat. The Samishti Rajasamsha has a tremendous influence on the Antakarana. And Antakarana is Samishti Satyakamshas Sambhotaha. But that Satyakamsha, you are assuming it is clean. It is not. It has to be cleansed. That is why the Prabodha by the Shastra, you require a mind which is clean. Manasa eva idam aptavyam. This has to be obtained. This has to be known. Atma to be known only through the mind. Nehana nasti kinchana. There is no bhinnatvam here. And only through the mind you have to get. And Taittiriya Upanishad says, Manas together with Vak has these two have bounced back, trying to find out what is that Atma, trying to find out what it is, unable to find, they bounced back. Bounced back means what? What kind of a mind could not find Atma? It is the Malina Manaha. That Malina Manaha, because of the Malina Sattvaha, that Satvikamsha. So that has to be cleansed. Good doubt. Did I answer you, Balaji?
Yes, Nanaji. Very
Okay.
well.
Yeah,
Dhanyavad.
thank you. Thank you for this picture. This is a very revealing picture which I requested. Thanks once again. Now, Panchikaranam iti kathayati chet. Panchikruta Pancham Mahabhutaihi Krutam Satkarmajanyam, etc. Stola Shariram was mentioned. And the Stola Shariram was after Panchikaranam, which Acharya is going to give a beautiful description. These 5 great elements, space, Vayu, Agni, Apaha, and Prithvi, all these are represented by these egg-like pictures, each one of them, and they have a tendency to divide into 2. The tendency to divide into 2 is pictured here with that black straight line here in between. So there is a tendency. Now they have divided. the tendency, the division is complete. After that, one half, that orange colored or red colored half, that remains tushnim vyavasthapya, that remaining as it is. The aparama paramadham, the other half, as though goes through further quartering. This half becomes as though four pieces, four equal pieces. Each piece has the size of 1/8 of the whole. The whole is this, half of that is this, the other half is this, and the other half divided by 4 is this, these 4. See, each one of these is 1/8 of the whole. And what happens is, this remaining as it is in space, that remaining as it is, it picks up the pieces from air, one piece, fire, one piece, jalam, one piece, prithvi, one piece. And these 4 pieces together will form the other half of akasham. Tadha panchikaranam bhavati. And that kind of an akasham, after panchikaranam, you are able to see. You are able to see in the sense, not like a canopy that you are able to see, but the space you are able to visualize, kind of. Even that is possible after panchikaranam only. The subtle akasha, which is of the rajasamsha, or the subtle akasha, which is of the sattvikamsha, you cannot see. Same thing with even prithvi. The subtle rajasamsha prithvi or sattvikamsha prithvi you cannot see. Same thing applies to all the other 3. Anything subtle, it has got vyapakatvam, and it has got the expansive nature, and it is formless. When it is formless, how can you see? How can you perceive a formless earth? How can you perceive a formless water? Same thing with Agni, same thing with air. Incidentally, all these great elements, they have the quality of what? Akasha has the quality of sound. Air has a quality of
Touch.
Fire has a quality of
Sight.
okay, like that. These qualities are there. Now, here, space is for touch and nothing else. Whereas air is for touch and sound. Air is for sound and touch. No. Please keep that there. Balaji. Yeah. Air is for both sound and touch. Whereas fire is for sound, touch, and form. Touch you may not, because it will burn your fingers. It has got sound, touch. Which are the properties of air? The properties of air, it has as though borrowed, and it has its own property, which is form. Fire is the first element of the great 5 elements, which you can see actually. Air you can't see, you can only feel. Space you simply cannot see. You can't even feel it. You can only have the sound that is produced in space. Sound here, sound and touch here, sound, touch and form here. Here when it comes, sound, touch, form, and taste. When it comes to the earth picks up all these 4, which are the qualities of water, and it has its own quality, gandham. So it has sound. You can sound the earth. You touch the earth and make a sound, and it sounds. And you can touch the earth. Okay, you can feel the earth. Then you got the form for the earth. You have got the kind of rasana for the earth. You, like Kitappa did, he put some earth in his mouth, and when the mother demanded to know whether he has eaten any matti, okay, mrittika, he said no, he protested. Balaram is only complaining against me. If you want, you see my mouth, Amma. And he has shown the Vishwam in his mouth. What I'm saying is, this earth has got all the 5 qualities. The quality of space, it is borrowed, which is sound. Quality of air, it is borrowed, which is exclusively touch for the air. And quality of fire, it is borrowed, exclusively that of form. And the quality of water, that is rasana, it has borrowed. And it has its own quality, which is gandham. That is it. Earth has all the qualities. And the elements which have less and less qualities, they are more and more pervasive. Earth does not move in the sense, Earth as a globe moves, that is different. What I am saying is, like water on the earth, the stones on the earth, the mountains on the earth, they do not move. Whereas water on the earth moves. And how about fire? Fire is more pervasive than water. How about air? Even more pervasive. And how about space? There is no place where it is not. It is absolutely pervasive. Anantam. Adi Madhyantarahitam. Those are the qualities. So the Panchikaranam, space contains 1/2 of itself, and the other half is made up of borrowing 4 1/8 pieces from air, from fire, from water, and from the earth. And air is made of 1/2 of itself, that orange piece, then 1/8 pieces, 4 of them borrowed, one from space, another from fire, third one from jalam, fourth one from Prithivi. So too with fire. The fire, it has 1/2 of itself and 4 other pieces, each 1/8 of the whole, each 1/8 of the whole. One 1/8 piece from space, another from air, a third one from jalam, fourth one from Prithvi. Go on like that. Prithvi will have, I'm skipping jalam because it's almost like that. Prithvi, it has 1/2 of its original, then 4 1/8 pieces borrowed from the super elements above earth. The Akasha, Vayuhu, Agni and Jalam. Tatha Panchikaranam Bhavati. That means what? The earth that you are seeing, originally it is 1/2 of its tamashamsha, and the other half is made up of the tamashamsha of the 4 other elements. Same thing with space also. Same thing with Vayu, same thing with fire and jalam. The jalam, the nadinam apaha, the samudra apaha, what we see, it is made up of 1/2 of the original tamasic aspect of jalam, plus the other half is made up of 4 1/8 pieces from the 4 other elements. That is how the jalam you are able to see. You are able to see that same thing with fire. And there are some Upanishads which start saying from Akasha, Maya, after that it is fire, Jalam and Prithvi. These 2 are omitted. In the Chandogya Upanishad, for instance, Akasha and Vayu are omitted. Why? Because in the appreciation of the Shishya, who uses his sense organs very nicely, he may not appreciate the existence of Vayu. He simply cannot understand what is space. So, what is with form has only been described. And this kind of a discussion occurs in the Brahma Sutras when there is a doubt raised. What is this? Upanishads have got conflict. Taittiriya Upanishad says, Brahmashraya Maya, Tataha Akasha Sambhutaha, Akashad Vayuhu, etc. And up to Prithvi that goes on. That is what the Taittiriya Upanishad says. Whereas Chandogya Upanishad does not talk of Akasha and Vayu at all. Straight away goes to Agni. There is a conflict. These are to be believed or not. There is a doubt in my mind. Iti, the opponent of Vedanta talks. Brahma Sutras will answer that. Will answer that, saying there is no conflict at all. It is only to cater to the clientele of the Guru that the Guru has given. In the Taittiriya Upanishad that, and in the Chandogya Upanishad this. There is no conflict at all. The other two are to be understood as though they are there, but not mentioned. Anyway, that is beside the point. So Panchikaranam is over. Now, any doubt on this Panchikaranam? Because I want to go away from this map of figures and go to the original text like we had yesterday.
This Prithvi that we talk of, the earth, it's not just the earth. It includes all, all solid, um, uh, solids that we find in space, including the moon, all the planets.
Yes. Yes. What you said is right.
Okay.
What you said is right. It applies even to the sun. Sun so is more like Prithvi. Only thing is, it is self-effulgent. And its brilliance is self-sustaining because of tremendous mass. The tremendous mass. And it is a huge globe of helium and hydrogen. And under that pressure, there have been instantaneously so many nuclear explosions happening every second of sun's life. That is how it is brilliant. It is effulgent. It is so hot. And it is luminous. But Kitapa says that luminosity I have given. It is borrowed from me. It is borrowed from me. It is because of me. These are all the things to be done manana of. You have to do contemplation. How I am seeing the sun. How Kitapa can claim that he is giving the luminosity to the sun. Yada adityagatam tejo jagat bhasayate kilam echandramasi echagnav tat tejo vidhi mamakam. In the Gita, understand that teja is from out of me. That teja is from out of me. Understand this. This sun is what? Part of the Jagat or apart from the Jagat?
Part of the Jagat.
Part of the Jagat. And how did the Jagat evolve? Brahma, Shreya, Maya, Tataha, etc. Sattva-rajas-tamo gunatmika Maya asti. Then Akasha Sambhuta. And after Panchikaranam, Ravi also as part of the Jagat has come into being. That kind of Ravi, does it not owe its existence to Brahma? Yes or no?
Yes.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. So that is how Kitapa says, that Tejas is mine. It is because of me that they are brilliant. Okay? That's how. Now, if there are no other doubts, I'll go to the text.
Yeah. Nana, when a person dies, Is there a sequence in which all these 5 elements that the body is made of, and
Yes, Upanishad says
yeah,
yes.
can you just
Upanishad says, if I remember right, it is the sense organ ear which um, disappears first. Into what it disappears, I'm not quite sure. But Upanishad says that. I have forgotten that. I did read that. And such like the rest of the sense organs. And all these get folded into the mind, I believe. And at the time of death, the one prana, which becomes the spaceship for the subtle body to carry the jiva, not jiva, carry the subtle body. That prana is Udana prana. Udana prana. And what does Udana prana do normally? Udana prana, Shekhar Krishnan Swajaya. What is that?
sorry. No, that's okay, Nana. Don't worry
Okay.
about
Okay. So Udana prana, normally, as long as we are alive and kicking, we will have the manifestation of Udana prana's functions in the form of our belching, our sneezing, and our vomiting, and our hiccups. These kind of things are the manifestations of the Udana prana. And Udana prana happens to be the spaceship which takes the Sukshma Shariram away to some unknown lokas. If there are no other questions, I'll go to the text.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Balaji.
Nanaji, it is Brahmaraji only who is sharing the text, Brahmaraji.
Okay. But Brahmara, in your absence, Balaji and her associates, they have done a wonderful job. Beautiful job they have done. And I'm thankful to them.
We are grateful for your blessings, Nanaji, always.
Yes, completely agree with you. She's held the fort very well.
Yeah. Go to the text, Brahmara.
Okay.
Jiva Ishvara. Yeah, correct. Can this be enlarged slightly so the text can be read by everybody easily? Yeah, that's okay. So we were here yesterday. Evam Pinda Brahmandayorakyam Sambhutam. That is how the Pinda which is represented by you and I, and Brahmanda, which is the Jagat, Aikyam Sambhutam. They are made from the same material. And the material is what? After Panchikaranam. And Panchikaranam of what? The Tamashamsha Swarupam of the 5 great elements. Okay? So, Evam Pinda Brahmandayoho Aikyam Sambhutam. Afterwards, Stola Sharira Abhimani, we think we are the Stola Sharira, isn't it? And if we take adequate care about that Stola Sharira, that Stola Sharira Abhimani, Jiva Namakam, his name is Jiva fellow, that fellow. Brahma Pratibimbam Bhavati. He is the reflection of Brahma. Brahma Pratibimbam Bhavati. Sayeva Jivaha, that Jiva alone, Prakritiya, because of his nature, and that nature is picked up from where? Mayodbhavam. Mayodbhavam, Maya, Trigunatmika. And the Trigunatmika Maya has given so many things to him, including the Akasha to Prithvi, those 5 great elements, and including after Panchikaranam, his Stola Shariram. Stola Sharira Abhimani Prakrutya Swasmat Ishwaram Bhinnatvena Janati. Swasmat. And compared to him, Ishvara, he does not know, because he thinks Ishvara is other than him. And Ishvara, he has a high opinion. And that's why he keeps on praying to him. I want this, I want that, please give me this. I will appropriately honor you differently. Okay? All these things. There is a kind of a business that we do with Ishvara. You give me this, I'll give you this. You give me this, I'll give you this. If you don't give me this, I may forget you. This kind of a threat also is handed down to Ishvara sometimes. Swasmat Bhinnam Ishwarya Janati. And what is that Swasmat Bhinnam? How is he different from Ishvara? Because this Jiva thinks he is Parichinnaha. He is limited in form, size, and time. In time, because he does not live forever. Jatasya dhruvo mrityuhu. He knows that. So in time he is limited, and in space, in the size he is limited, and in jnanam he is kinchignaha. He only knows a little. Kinchignaha. Ishvara is what? Aparichinnaha. Limitless, anantam, adi madhyantarahitam Ishvaraha. And compared to him, he is anantam, he is parichinnaha, and Ishvara is aparichinnaha, and he is kinchignaha. Ishvara is what? Sarvajnaha. Sarvajnaha, because he is Sarvajna, he has created the entire Jagat of which you are a part. Right? Then the other thing is what? He is Sarvagataha. He is not Alpajnaha, not Kinchignaha like you. He is Sarvajnaha, and he is what? He is what else? He has tremendous power. What do you call that? Sarva Shaktiman. And what is your Shakti? In old age, you can't lift even maybe 10 kg weight. He is Sarva Shaktiman. He wields such a lot of power. At the blink of his eye, even planets and the solar families will have to come to halt. That kind of a Shaktiman he is. That is Ishvara. This Jiva thinks, how can I equate myself to him? Ishvaram bhinnatvena janati. Avidyopadihi san atma jiva iti uchyate. What is the material cause for the Jiva? Avidya. And what is the material cause for the Ishvara? Maya. And how is Maya different from Avidya? The differentiated tiny Maya is Avidya. The integrated whole of all avidyas is together is called Maya. That is all the difference. If you are an Ajnani, Ishvara apparently seems to be greater Ajnani, because Maya, integrated whole of all the Jnanas, Maya is the material cause for Ishvara. But the difference is, you are Ajnana Adhinaha. You are under the influence of Ajnana, whereas Ishvara is Maya Atitaha. Maya is Ishvarasya Adhinaha. It is under the thumb of Ishvara. That is how Kittaya says, Prakritim Swamadhishtaya Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. That Prakriti is Maya. Prakritim Swamadhishtaya. Riding on Prakriti, Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. I will as though take birth. Ajopisan, Avyayatma, even though unborn, Avyayatma, indeclinable. prakritim swamadhishtaya sambhavami yuge yuge. That is how he has the power to hold Maya under his control, whereas you are under the control of Ajnana. That is the difference. Okay. Avidyopadihi san atma jiva iti uchyate. And Ishvara mayopadihi san Ishvara iti uchyate. That is the material causes. Okay. Evam upadi bhedat jiveshwara bheda drishtihi. That jiva, Ishvara, they are different iti. That bheda bhavana yavat paryantam tishtati, as long as it lasts. Tavat paryantam, till then, janma marana adi rupa samsaraha nanivartate. Janma maranadi rupa samsaraha nanivartate. Of the nature of janma, marana, adi, etc. Okay, that rupa samsaraha, that samsara nanivartate. It does not leave you. You will be like that wave in the ocean. The wave dances for a couple of minutes and vanishes, to be born again as another wave, and that dances for a couple of minutes, not knowing its previous waveform, which was absorbed into the ocean, and now this is another waveform, and that goes on and on. That is the samsara for the wave. So too we take this birth. I am now this, and God knows what I will be later. God only knows what I was earlier. That kind of a samsara. And as long as I am in the samsara and I am tossed up and down by sukha, dukkha, raga, dvesha, all these pairs of opposites trouble me to no end. That is the samsara. And the samsara continues till as long as the jiveshwara bheda drishtihi yavat paryantam tishtati tavat paryantam janma maranadi samsara rupa nanivartate. This does not go away. Tasmat karanat, because of that reason, jiveshwarayoho bheda buddhihi na svikarya. You shall not entertain the bheda bhavana between you and Ishvara. Because as long as you maintain that this janma maranadi rupa samsara keeps on tormenting you. When you want to get out of samsara, what you have to do? You have to, by jnana, equate yourself with Ishvara. Then only it will be possible to get out of this janana marana samsara pravaha. And jnana is what? What kind of a jnana? You must know that you are indeed Atma. And Atma is no different from Brahma. And Ishvara is no different from Brahma. Only difference between Ishvara and Brahma is what? Ishvara is Jagat Karanaha, wielding Maya, whereas Brahma has Maya but does not use it. That's all. And he has kind of delegated the Jagat Karana Karyam to Ishvara. That is how the difference. So you are nothing other than Brahma, nothing other than Ishvara. Iti jnanotpatyanantaram kopi janati, whoever knows, then the jiveshwarayoho bheda drishtihi will vanish. That bheda drishtihi will vanish. How does it vanish? Tavat paryantam janma maranadi rupa samsaro nanivartate. Tasmat karanat, because of that reason, jiveshwarayoho bheda buddhihi na svikarya. That na is here. Jiveshwarayoho bheda buddhihi. That na is here. Tasmat karananna. Tasmat karanat na svikarya. Don't entertain that. No, not only don't entertain that intellectually, anubhava purvakena, you realize, must realize that you are Atma. And how will you realize that? You must know You must go beyond the Upadana Karanam for you and Ishvara. This Upadana Karanam is what? Mayodbhavam. And Maya is what? Maya is that which is not. You are unnecessarily discussing the effects of that which is not. Your Ajnana, which is your Upadhi, Ishvara's integrated whole Ajnana, which is Maya. Why are you unnecessarily concerned about those? You go to the Adhishtanam, Brahma. And what is that Brahma Swarupa? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. From that point of view, you must, Jnanena, realize that you are Satyam, you are Jnanam, you are Anantam. Upadhi, Rahitaha. This Upadhi is as though there. This is Midhya Rupam. That Midhya Rupa form, that Stula Sukshma Karana Sharirat, Aham Yatiriktaha. Panchakosha Atitaha Aham. Aham Avastatraya Sakshi. Satchit Ananda Swarupaha. Ahameva Brahma. Ahameva Ishvaraha. Iti kopi janate. Saha samsarat bahyam vartate. He lives outside the scope and tormenting nature of samsara. So, okay? Tattvamasi, that the what? That Tattvamasi Mahavakya, like we were discussing earlier, it is from the Chandogya Upanishad. From the father to the son. That was the Upadesha. 9 times that was said. The father, Rishi Uddalaka, tells Swetaketu 9 times, giving examples of what is Brahma, what is etc., Brahma, etc., saying that, and he says, Tat Tvamasi, that indeed you are. What you have learned from me regarding Brahma, Tat Tvamasi, you are indeed that. You have to be that, he didn't say. He said, you are indeed that, you are that. Tat Tvamasi. Nanu Sahankarasya. On the other hand, now Jiva is questioning himself. Nano sahankarasya. Okay, I am full of ego. I am together with ego. Sahankarasya. How do you know you are sahankari? You know when somebody asks you, when somebody names you, somebody says Brahmara, and only Brahmara will answer. How will Brahmara know? That ahamkarta, ahankaraha in Brahmara identifies her with the name that he has picked up through her parents. And that sahankari. Same thing applies to everybody. Okay? Nano, sahankarasya, kinchignyasya. Kinchignya means the one who knows very little. Jivasya. Jivasya, I am the jiva. Nirahankarasya. Ahankara rahitaha Ishvaraha Sarvajnasya. He is all-knowing, omniscient. Ishvarasya Tattvamasi Mahavakyat Katham Abheda Buddhihi Syat Ubhayoho Viruddha Dharma Akrantatvat. The dharmas of Ishvara and I, they are viruddham. They are exactly the opposite. Ishvara is Sarvajnaha. I am Kinchignaha. Ishvara is Nirahankari. I am Sahankari. Ishvara is Sarvagataha. I am Parichinnaha. These are the Viruddha dharmas between me and Ishvara. Then how can I appreciate the Tattvamasi Mahavakya, which says, you are indeed that? When you are entertaining that kind of a doubt, iti chet, in case you are saying that, oh Shishya, Acharya is answering. This is the Nanusahankarasya, etc. It is the kind of protest by the Shishya to this Guru, who has given the Upadesha Vakya, Tattvamasi. Now, Guru is answering iti chet, if you are saying that, na, No, it is not proper. Stula, Sukshma, Sharira Abhimani, Tvam Pada Vachyardaha. For anything, there are two meanings. One is the Vachyardaha, another is the Lakshyardaha. Vachyardaha, Lakshyardaha. Okay? The Vachyardaha is what? Stula Sukshma Sharira Abhimani. The Abhimani of the Stula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, and he has taken these two Shariras because of another Sharira, which is a Karana Sharira, and this Jiva has become the Abhimani of these two Shariras, not knowing the Karana Sharira at all, which is a Karanam for his other two Shariras, of which he is very fond of. That's Stula Sukshma Sharira Abhimani, Tvam Pada Vachyardaha. In the Tattvamasi Mahavakya, Tat Tvam, that Tvam Pada Vachyardaha, the apparent meaning of that is the Stula Sukshma Sharira Abhimani, whereas Upadi Vinirmuktam, Upadi is knocked off, the material cause is knocked off, because of which Stula Shariram was and Sukshma Shariram was. Upadi is what? Mayopadi, isn't it? Mayopadi, that Maya has given itself to the Jagat of which you are a part. So, Upadi Vinirmuktam, if you remove the Upadis, Samadhi Dasha Sampannam. Samadhi Dasha Sampannam is these three avasthas are there, no? Jagrad Avastha, Swapna Avastha, Sushupya Avastha, Turiya Avastha. The Turiya Avastha. Samadhi Dasha Sampannam is Turiya Avastha Sampannam. Shuddham Chaitanyam. Shuddham, that is, one who is bereft of these three avasthas is indeed the Turiya. He is the Jnani. He is the Shuddham Chaitanyam. Tvam Pada Lakshyardaha. That in the Tattvamasi Mahavakya, Tat Tvam Asi, that Tvam, the Lakshyardha, the implied meaning, the inbuilt meaning of that Tvam is this. Samadhi Dasha Sampannam, Shuddham Chaitanyam, Tvam. You are not just limited to Sthola Sukshma, Sharira, of which you are an Abhimani. Now, Tvam Pada Lakshyardaha. Now, Evam Sarvajñatvadi Visishta Ishvaraha. You are saying you are Kinchijñaha, Alpajñaha, Parichinnaha, Ahankara Sahitaha, isn't it? All these are the Lakshanas of what?
Ajnani.
Hello?
Lakshanas of your internet connection is unstable. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Upadhi Vinirmuktam. The Upadhis are knocked off. Evam Sarvajñatvadi Visishta Ishvaraha. The Sarvajñatva is part of the Upadhi. That is Tatpada Vachyardaha. The Tatpada Vachyardaha is Sarvajñatva, Aparichinnam, Ahankara Rahitam. All these are the attributes of the Upadhi. If you remove the Upadhis, then the Vachyardaha of Ishvara goes away. And what is the Lakshyardaha for Ishvara? Upadhi Shunyam, Shuddham Chaitanyam, Tatpada Lakshyardaha. Without Upadhi, which is Maya, and for Jiva, Upadhi is Ajnanam. Without Upadhi, he is Shuddham Chaitanyam. And here, if you remove the Mayopadhi for Ishvara, he is also Shuddham Chaitanyam. That Shuddham Chaitanyam Ishvaraha, Tat Pada Lakshyardaha. In the Tattvamasi Mahavakya, that Tat is this. The Lakshyardaha for Tat is Shuddham Chaitanyam. Lakshyardaha for Tvam is Shuddham Chaitanyam. Then what? Shuddham Chaitanyam Rupena Jiveshwaryoho Abheda Buddhihi. Evam cha Jiveshwarayoho Chaitanya Rupena Abhede Bhadaka Abhavaha. There is no room for negation. There is no room for negating that you are Ishvara. Chaitanya Rupena. You go to Chaitanya Rupa, you drop your upadhis. Then you are indeed Ishvara. Okay? Jivan Muktaha. Evam cha Vedanta Vakyaihi. Yeah, can you please lift this up, Brahmara? Yeah. Evam cha Vedanta Vakyaihi. Shuddha Rupa, what is it? Rupa Deshena.
Sadgurupa Deshena.
This is Sattva, is it?
Sadgurupa Deshena.
Sadguru, oh, sorry. Evam cha Vedanta Vakyaihi Sadgurupadeshena cha Sarveshvapi Bhuteshu Esham Brahma Buddhirutpanna Te Jivan Muktaha iti Ardaha. The meaning for Jivan Mukta is given so very clearly, very nicely. Evam cha Vedanta Vakyaihi. What are the Vedanta Vakyas? Tattvamasi. There is no greater Vakya than that. Tattvamasi, there is a Vedanta Vakya. It is establishing a fact which is already Siddham. You need not do anything to obtain that. That Tat you need not obtain. Tvam Tat Asi. Tvam you, Tat that. Ishvara Asi, you are indeed that. You just need to know. And this need to know is based on knowledge. It is not based on karma. It is not based on any amount of karma, because any amount of karma is going to be only finite. And when the finite karma is carried out, how well you may carry it out, the result is going to be finite only. When that finite result cannot equate itself to the infinite Ishvara, how can any karma be meaningfully fruitful for knowing yourself? That is why it is said Upanishad Vakya, na karmana, na prajaya, dhanena, chage amrutatvam manashuho. This amrutatvam has to be realized only by chaga. Chaga is what? Ahankara chaga. Chage naike amrutatva manashuho. You must drop that jivat bhavana, that ahankara bhavana. When you drop that, you would know who you are. And that dropping is possible jnanena. That is where the 4th chapter taught us. Jnana karma sannyasa yogaha. Jnanena karma sannyasa. Jnanena karma sannyasa. Because you have tried everything. There's so many karmas. None of the karmas has succeeded in making you realize who indeed you are. So, again, Upanishad says, Parikshalokan karmachitan brahmanaha nirvedamayat nasya kruta krutena nasti akrutaha krutena. Krutena means by action. Akrutaha. Akrutaha is what? Atma Tattvam. It is akrutaha. It is not made. It is. It was. It will be. Atma eva edugum sarvam idamagra asit. Only that was there from the beginning. So it is not made. When that which is not made, how it can be obtained through what activities you may undertake, however pious, however massive, however big the karya may be, it is going to be still finite only. And the finite thing cannot give you the infinite result, which you are. The infinite result is Tat Tvam Asi. That is the result. That result is possible only Jnanena. And this Acharya is going to emphasize again and again through the next text, which we are going to take up after this Tattva bodha is done. Right? So, Brahma Buddhirutpanna Jivan Mukta. I skipped something. Evam cha Vedanta Vakyaihi, through the Vedanta Vakyas, Sadguru Upadeshena cha. Sadguru is what? Sadguru means the one Guru who has already realized the truth. Satguru. In the 4th chapter also, Kataya has said, Upadeshyanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. Tattvadarshinaha. Tattva means the reality of the Jiva, reality of Ishvara. And what is Brahma? What is Maya? All these realities. Tattvadarshinaha. Those people, Upadekshanti te jnanam. Jnaninaha Tattvadarshinaha. That Jnaninaha Tattvadarshinaha is that Sadguru Upadesha. Sadguru. And when he does Upadesham, he gives a lot of inputs to you. Based on that, you will appreciate what is not possible to even digest. Hey, Shishya, you are indeed that. Because it is difficult to digest. Chandogya Upanishad had to say that 9 times. Because it is an Apurva Vakya. If somebody says, hey, you are Brahma, you are Ishvara, I don't have the wherewithal in my mind. I don't have the knowledge based on which, using which, for me to appreciate that I am indeed that. So that kind of a knowledge will be bestowed by the Sadguru. Sadguru Upadeshena cha Vedanta Vakyaihi Sarveshvapi Bhuteshu. In all the beings, Esham Brahma Buddhirutpanna. He sees only Brahma. Sarvesham Bhuteshu. In all things, he sees only Brahma. Te Jivan Muktaha iti Adha. He is said to be Jivan Mukta. How does he realize this? Because Brahmashreya Maya, even if you empirically analyze, Brahmashreya Maya, Tataha Jagat Sambhutaha, and in Jagat Brahma is there. Because Brahma is the Karanam through Maya for the Jagat. And in the Jagat, which is the effect, the Karanam must abide, isn't it? Karye Karanam Anuvritti. So in the Jagat Brahma is there. And in the Jagat you are a part. So you are Brahma. That he sees, not only himself sees, he is Brahma. He sees everything that is witnessed by him as Brahma. The mountain is Brahma. The gurgling river waters are Brahma. The ocean is Brahma. Akasham is Brahma. Agni Brahma. Brahmarpanam. Brahmahavihi. Brahmagnau. Brahmanahutam. Brahma eva tena gantavyam. Brahma karma samadhina. This kind of an appreciation. Jnanena udayati. That kind of, like the sun rising in the east, it will raise in your bosom, in your cleansed mind. Like Balaji was asking, when Antakarna is a product of Samisti Sattvic Amsha, where is the need for cleansing that again? That kind of a question. It was a good question, but this Sattvic Amsha is itself not very clean. You can equate that to a lake of pure waters covered by a lot of moss. Supposing that Sattvic Amsha can be perhaps equated to that. Unless you remove the moss, there is no reflection of Brahma that can happen in the waters. That is your mind. That's your mind, Antakarana. It is not possible. That is why the Karma Yoga Anushtana is so very, very important. That is why throughout the Gita, that has been given the tremendous emphasis by Bhagavan Krishna. Almost in every chapter, he said the same thing. Because he has been addressing what adhikaris, not the Uttamottama adhikari. He has been addressing perhaps the Uttama adhikari, Madhyama adhikari, Adhama adhikari. For all those, this Karma Yoga Anushtana is of utmost importance. That's what Bhagavan has been emphasizing throughout the teaching of the Gita. So Brahma Buddhirutpanna te jivan muktaha iti ardaha. Then the rest of the things, I think we will have time tomorrow to dwell into them. Nanu jivan muktaha kaha, etc. All these questions. Plus, maybe, Kitaya permitting, we will be in a position to wind up Tattva bodha tomorrow. Maybe. And afterwards, I would not like to take up Atma bodha immediately, but I would request through Brahmara and Bela, if some 2-3 people can chant the Tattva bodha sentences without error and without omission cleanly, then we will be having another kind of a recap of what the Tattva bodha is teaching us. And when the chanting goes on, maybe day after or so, if any questions are there, you kindly post those questions, we will address them. And after that, we will enter Atma Bodha. All right? Hari Om. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayah. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti 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 He. Hari Om everybody.
Hari Om. Dhanyavad, Nanaji.
Dhanyavad.
Thank you.